I hung out by the shack at Malibu. I was fascinated actually by somebody living in a shack because I'd never seen anybody live in a shack before. And I didn't know whether, I'd never heard the term surf bum or homeless
or tube stay.
But I think this concept of the endless summer sort of life living in a shack was what instilled the seed to turn to my father and say, I want to write a story about what's going on in Malibu.
Adopted, so there was this necessity to win. But then moving on from, winning the first one to the second one to the third one to the fourth one to the fifth one to the sixth one, it was still like this constant need to prove something. But it was my seventh one that actually was the real rewarding experience and very satisfying world title, because I did it out of love. I did it without the necessity to prove a point or to prove anything to the world. I did it because I love to compete and I love to surf and I love to challenge myself and I love to compete against the likes of Stephanie Gilmore and the best surfers in the world. And it felt like I'd finally learned how to love myself, and so it had nothing to do so much with winning, but I actually won my own self-approval, so to speak. So it was such a rewarding experience. But in saying that, had I not won my first one, of course there's no way I would have strived on to win the sixth one. But if it wasn't for the likes of Wendy Botha and Lisa Anderson, who won 4 of them, then I certainly wouldn't have gone on to try and win 5. And if it wasn't for Kelly Slater winning 6 or 7 of them, I certainly would have gone out and tried to outdo Kelly. So I've always constantly focused on what my predecessors are doing and tried to do it better than they have. So I'm just lucky that for 20 years I was able to call myself a professional surfer. Yeah. And I really miss that today. The real world sucks compared to
We're both king yards. I just think that's awesome. But I don't know, to be up here with all of you guys is so good because you each represent something about surfing that I just adore, which is, like Pioneer and then Gidget here is just the glamour, and what is so appealing to young girls about surfing and female surfing is to be on the beach with the cute boys and in like the cute outfits, and just like it just looks so much fun. And then Lane is just pure athlete, just so intensely driven. Still a girl. Lane and Wendy and Lisa, all these girls came along and really started to incorporate both of what these girls are doing. And then it's just, blossoming on. And then we have like Mel Bartels down the front here, who's just turned into a beautiful girl and just does like aerials and surfing better than half the guys that I ever watched. So it's so cool to be part of this. So,
oh, good on you.
Hundred of them, but I don't know. It changes all the time. After winning the first one, I was just so happy. The second one, I definitely had to back it up, and the third one was like so satisfying. And then it's such an in the moment thing. Like I'll be at the next event and I'll be so relaxed, like, oh, I don't really matter what. No, it's true. I'll be like, I don't really care what happens, but then I'll lose a heat and I'll just be like, oh my god, I have to win the next one. So it just kind of phone balls. But who knows? As long as I'm enjoying being on tour and having fun and just like to win a world title, it's such a good feeling. So it's just one of those things that why not? Why stop if you love it?
Kathy was just saying about it was on longboards, and Lane and Steph were saying on shortboards. But when you won your particular title, it was in the longboard era.
Yeah.
I believe there could be a bit of a surprise in the museum tonight of a replica of your board. Is that so?
Yes, that's right.
Joe Larkin, where are you, fella? You're around here somewhere. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for him. So, would you like to take it home with you? The board, that is, not Joe.
Yeah, know, Joe's still on there.
And look at him, he's grinning from ear to ear like a Cheshire cat. But, your question?
This one is to Phyllis. Phyllis, how hard was it to be accepted by the male population when you started surfing?
Oh, it was shocking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, they gave me a really hard time. There was one guy, because no leg ropes in those days. There was this particular chap. I'd be paddling out. I didn't know where to go, so I just surfed at Manly, right? And I'd paddle out, and this guy used to deliberately... This guy...
Names and names.
Pardon?
Do you want to name him?
Who was it?
Oh, I haven't got a clue what he and he'd aim at me deliberately.
Just something I went.
And I'd lose the board, right? I'd have to swim in, and then go out again, and you'd do the same thing. And then I met Snowy McAllister, and he took me, I suppose, Snowy was my mentor at that time, and then he showed me where to go, the onshores, offshores, and all of that. But it was very hard, because I was, you know, I didn't start until I was 23, which is, you know, pretty old, but then the boards didn't come out till 1956 when the Americans took them out. So, you know, I was a late learner. And there were these little 15-year-olds at Man, and they just swore like little troopers. And, well, I don't know, because I started up to go up to them. And